الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين وبعد. My name is Jalal Abualrub, Jalal Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed me to start calling to the Salafi da'wah, the Quran and Sunnah and the way of the companions since 1984, publicly. Since then, I've visited 40 different American states, hundreds of masajid, gave so many khutbah and classes I can't count them, calling to the Quran and Sunnah and the way of the companions of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed me to meet Imam Al-Albani many times in Dubai and Amman, and during the last Hajj he made, rahimahullah, I translated about 10 classes he gave in Dubai. Also, I translated one of his books, Al-Hadithu Hujjah. The hadith is proof itself in matters of creed and fiqh. And I call him my sheikh. By the time I met Imam Al-Albani, I had studied a significant part of his books. So he was my sheikh before I met him. He is my sheikh also. I translated books and lectures for Imam Ibn Baz, rahimahullah, and Imam Ibn Uthaymeen, rahimahullah. These three are the Imams of Sunnah in our time. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed me to translate or author close to 60 books so far, including a half of Tafsir Ibn Kathir for Darus Salam. Tafsir As-Sa'di, I'm still working on it for Darus Salam. 2 volumes are out. And the great book of Seerah and Fiqh by Imam Ibn Qayyim Al-Jawziyah, Zadul Ma'ad. Among the books Allah blessed me to author, Muhammad's Role in Islam and 50 righteous and humane concepts brought by Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Also tens of thousands of articles, literally. Walillahi alhamd. Short and medium size and long, and answers to questions, thousands and thousands. Walillahi alhamd. My wife is the editor for all of my books and articles. May Allah reward her. So this is our service that we tried to do for the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In the early era of the Islamic Jihad in Afghanistan against the Russians, Allah blessed me to join them. After I saw the fatwa by Imam Al-Albani, Imam Ibn Baz, Imam Ibn Uthaymeen about the necessity of helping and supporting our Muslim brothers in Afghanistan. These scholars knew, these are the true scholars of the Ummah, they knew that among the Afghanis there are those who worship graves, invoke dead people, have a deviant aqidah, Sufis, liberals. And yet, they did not issue statements that those Afghanis, there is shirk all everywhere in Afghanistan. These are grave worshippers. They said, go help your Muslim brothers and sisters. This is because a scholar knows that we give walaya, help and support to the Muslims according to the Islam they have, not according to the bid'ah they may have, according to the Islam they have, especially since most Afghanis, just like other Muslims from Indonesia to Morocco, are commoner Sunnis. They don't have a lot of knowledge, but they're Sunnis, they're Muslims. They're not kuffar, they're not mushrikeen. Only a part of the ummah from Indonesia to Morocco engage in grave worship. Sufis, and not all Sufis do grave worship. Once Imam Ibn Baz rahimahullah was correcting or advising a brother who wrote a book about if there is, there is need to make corrections, and a brother kept saying from his book, the Sufis said that, the Sufis said, and Imam Ibn Baz rahimahullah, it's on tape, interrupted him and said, be fair, not all Sufis are the same. I'll give you an example. Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah was a Sufi. He didn't worship graves. He was not a mushrik, rahimahullah. Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah. So those scholars did not say that shirk exists everywhere in Afghanistan and discouraged the people from going there at a time when they were under Russian occupation, brutal, that caused the death of about 200,000 Muslims. We went there for the sake of Allah to help our Muslim brothers and sisters, according to the fatwa of the 3 Imams who said, go help them, help the Muslims in Afghanistan. I divided my Islamic library among a number of masajid, and then I said Salamu Alaikum and left. These are all the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, if you look at the Islamic world from Indonesia to Morocco and other areas in Africa and Asia, you will find that the Ummah has trouble. What can I say? Trouble number 1, they don't have enough knowledge in the religion. Among them are those who worship graves, invoke dead people, engaged in Sufism, creed that is not according to the Quran and Sunnah, and liberals, people who listen to music and dance, people who drink al-khamr. Those who seek fitna and to follow the way of the Khawarij, they say Afghanistan is full of mushrikeen, there is shirk everywhere, and other things that we've been hearing today from teachers about Palestine. Palestine is no different. It's no different than other countries. You mean to tell me Pakistan is in a better situation than Palestine? They're all the same. Our Muslim brothers and sisters in Pakistan, they're Muslim. A segment of the society there, like the Shia and those who worship graves, they're not Muslim. But the Ummah, they're Sunni Muslims. They like the religion, they go to the masajid, they pray, and they have other, ills, but they don't drink, they don't, hate Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions. They're simple Muslims. Only a person who is drowned in takfir and the Khawarij ideas will concentrate on what a part of a society does rather than the general way of that society. So they accuse the entire society of being or tolerating shirk or practicing shirk because a part of that society does these things. This is takfir. This is Khawarij. Only the Khawarij accuse entire Muslim communities of being kuffar. Khawarij. The Khawarij, they are the takfiris, the original takfiris. Now let's talk about two examples. Saudiya, Saudiya al-Arabiyya. They have between 1.5 and 2 million Shia, including the Ja'faris in the eastern part of the Saudiya, the Shia Ja'faris, and Shia Ismailis in the southern part, and even the Ja'fari Shias accuse Ismaili Shias of being kuffar. This is how bad they are. They have also Sufis, especially in the western part, such as in Medina, the Medina of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There are liberals. I met some of them in America here, liberals. There is khamr that the sinners, get their hand on and drink, and it is forbidden there. Jazahumullahu khairan. Also, those who sell drugs, smuggle drugs, if they're caught, it's a capital punishment. May Allah reward them for doing that. But there are people who drink in Saudi. There are people who use drugs. There are people who are not interested in the religion. So if someone is drowned in takfir and khawarij, and they hear, may Allah forbid, that a kafir country is invading Saudi, would they say, well, Saudi has Shia, has Sufis, grave worshippers, liberals? Meaning, okay, leave them alone, don't help them, because that's what it means. Or would they say the majority of the population in Saudi are simple Sunni Muslims? They practice as much as they can from the religion. They love the religion. The masajid are full of those who pray. So those who designate an entire ummah according to what a segment of them does or doesn't do, they're Khawarij. This is Saudiya. Yeah, the land that has symbols of Tawheed all over the country. Some of the blessing Allah sent through Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab and his da'wah. You don't see people openly worshipping graves or invoking, dead people or practicing Sufiya outside in public. The Shia, I mean, they are the bona fide grave worshippers, those who call dead people Hussein and others. La ilaha illallah. So, in this regard, there are Shia in Saudi. There are those who worship graves. There are those, at least in their heart and their writings and their loyalty. There are Sufis. There are Ismailis. I mean, but that's not the whole story. Most Saudis, may Allah reward them and increase them in knowledge, they are Sunni Muslims. Also, they have a large number of scholars. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them for the benefit they gave the ummah and for affirming every way they could the da'wah of as-salaf as-salih, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and his companions. This is one example. The second example, Palestine. Palestine has also the same segments that exist in all other Muslim countries. Let me mention the Arab countries, or most of them. Start with Mauritania. And there are non-Arab Muslims there, our brothers and sisters, but I'm just mentioning not all Muslim countries. Let's start with Mauritania, Morocco, Algeria, Aljazair, Tunis, Libya, Egypt, Sudan, Palestine, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Saudi, and Qatar, Bahrain, the Emirates, and Oman. Iraq, may Allah bring it back to the Sunnah and support our brothers and sisters, the Sunnis there. They are being oppressed by the Shia greatly. Anyway, so all these countries have the same ills that all other countries have. I mean, come on. So Palestine has this, but it is not widespread as some people who follow the way of the Khawarij claim. For example, let us talk. It's not let us. Let us talk about Shamsi. I really don't know Shamsi, and at this moment I don't really like to know anything about him. A couple of videos that I saw, one of them will be attached to this video, inshallah. What does he say? There is shirk everywhere in Palestine. And then he mentioned the grave of Ibrahim alayhi salam. By the way, Imam Ibn Taymiyyah said that only the Prophet, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his grave is known. Other Anbiya, we don't know any of them. So it's a fake grave. And it's not covering all Palestine. How big was Ibrahim alayhi salam? It's just in a spot inside one of the towns in Palestine. It's not the whole land, including Israel. La ilaha illallah. So he says shirk exists everywhere in Palestine. Now those who are listening to this man, who have been deceived by him, and he's not an eloquent speaker, he talks too much, and when you talk too much, as the scholar said, then you make too many errors. He interrupts people, he's shouting, and he moves his head and hands, with exaggeration, and the knowledge is not there. It's not there. He's not a knowledgeable person. He is talking about topics that way above his level. He's not a learned scholar in any way or form, or even a student of knowledge. I heard many of the things that he said. These videos turned me off, because I'm not going to waste my time on hearing more than what I already heard. And it's not only the two videos, by the way, but other stuff he's saying. I'm expecting those who are being deceived by this man, and there are lots of them, to say, no. Are you accusing the Palestinians of being mushrikeen? You see? He said something to this effect in another video, mentioned grave worship. They would have told him, okay, bye. I'm not listening to you anymore. They still listen to him. They defend him. I have a video out explaining that Shamsi accuses the Palestinians of being mushrikeen. You lied. Where is the evidence? Where is the one? You see the evidence. You have the evidence. It's all over the internet. I mean, I can't believe that you're checking my YouTube channel, but you're not checking any other channel, especially this man, and finding out what he says. La ilaha illallah. But, they're acting like dumb. They have little ghayrah, jealousy for the religion. A lot of ghayrah for their teacher, even if he makes a mistake. They would support their teacher all the way, no matter what he says. So they're attacking me. They're saying things, whatever. You have a segment of his video. I don't need to bring the whole 37 minutes because one statement is enough and it's clear. I mean, somebody said you misinterpret what Shamsi said. Really? When he says listen to me, there is shirk everywhere in Palestine. What is there to misinterpret? I mean, come on, use whatever it is you have here, use it. Those who support this man, no matter what, and attack people who are defending the religion, defending our Muslim brothers and sisters in Palestine. I am from the city of Jenin in Palestine. I've been there so many times. I've never seen a single person worshipping a grave or promoting this idea, not a single one. And this man, he's Algerian, he's not Palestinian. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's a lie. And to say about the other, Sufis and other, I haven't seen any. There are, but they're not public. Can you imagine those Palestinians being killed, captured, sent to jail, their homes demolished, their farms taken away, homes taken away? They don't have time for this. They don't have time. Unbelievable. In addition to the fact that most of them are Sunni Muslims, simple Muslims, they have deficiency in knowledge because the Jews made a blockade over their life and the books they read. And this conflict started 100 years ago. It's not only a 9-day-old conflict. So the Palestinians are Muslims, just like all other Muslims. When someone says there is shirk everywhere in Palestine, what can I say? You see, where there is shirk, there are mushrikun, because shirk can't exist by itself without a mushrik. I mean, you don't see around 5 shirk things walking there and 3 shirk things just parking their car. No, there will have to be mushrik people who take this shirk and promote it and practice it. Otherwise, shirk doesn't exist. So when you say there is shirk everywhere in Palestine, meaning there are mushriks everywhere in Palestine, and stop this nonsense. Stop defending deviant people no matter what they say. Have some kind of jealousy here for the religion, for other Muslims. Don't defend him. Don't attack me. I'm defending your right to be a Muslim, because this man, whatever he says, whatever the area you come from, what he says about Palestine is good also, or applies to that area. It's not good. It applies in that area. And when I hear that this man and others, influencers, they're working from the Britain, and how much good did we get from Britain for Muslims and Islam? Only the Muslim brothers and sisters who live there. Other than that, trouble everywhere. They started this conflict. The Brits, they started this conflict. La ilaha illallah. So when you say there is shirk everywhere in Palestine, it means what? There are mushriks everywhere in Palestine. I defend the Muslim brothers and sisters. It's my job, it's my duty, it's my pleasure. Also, I hate Khawarij and those who promote Khawarij ideas. And just because they have a large following means nothing to me. Also, I don't get scared I'm not a coward. Bi'idhnillah, this neck will be doing sujood and ruku' to Allah alone. It doesn't matter to me. Tens of people are attacking me. So what? So this man is calling to Khawarij ideas, and I want you, all Muslims, to listen to this segment. You don't need to listen to all the 37 minutes. There is no way to justify this sentence by listening to the rest of it. There is shirk everywhere in Palestine. Shirk doesn't exist without mushriks. There are mushrikeen everywhere in Palestine. And then he mentioned in another video, worship of graves. What's wrong with people? Those who follow this kind of people. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Feel ashamed that even to tell people I used to learn from this guy. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Do you think I'm going to stop defending the Quran and Sunnah and the way of the Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Muslims, no matter what they are, because some of the people who follow this man attacking me are attacking me? It's not going to happen. Let me end with this. I once gave a khutbah at a masjid frequented by Shia in Dallas. The brother who was supposed to give them khutbah, they invited him. They thought he's not going to say anything, negative about them. He said, I'm fed up with those Shia. I want you to come give the khutbah. I said, absolutely. And I took a stack of books with me, and I gave the khutbah about the Shia religion. And I'm seeing them getting angry and angry and angry and angry. I finished. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I found myself in the middle of tens of Shia, angry and shouting. So I told them, like I told other people after that, listen, I was once sitting in the mountains, in a mountain in Afghanistan. I had only Kalashnikov. I was eating breakfast. And I saw a Russian jet bomb the mountain next to us with napalm. And napalm, if you know what it is, it starts and keeps spreading like honey until it burns the entire mountain. And the whole mountain, mine and the other mountains where the Mujahideen were, shook. And because I couldn't shoot at the jet with the Kalashnikov, I continued eating breakfast because I need it for strength so I can fight whenever I can. You don't scare me. You don't scare me, ya Habibis, ya Muslimin. Wake up. This is La ilaha illallah. Defend Islam, defend Muslims. Don't allow this guy to destroy your religion. Ya Shamsi. Ya Shamsi. عيب عليك. عيب. استحي. استحي يا إنسان. استحي. عيب عليك. Are you going to say the Mujahideen who fought the French in Afghanistan, there was shirk there was qubur there, because there were Sufis there? Are you going to say that about Algerians who died? 1 million of them fighting to free people like you from the French? Are going to say there is shirk in Algeria? There was shirk in Algeria. Wallahi, this is a shame, especially at a time when the Palestinian people are suffering greatly. You see it on the news. I mean, you don't have compassion here. You don't have a feeling for the Muslims. See the images of the Gaza people. 2 million people have been devastated and killed. Systematically, the city is being destroyed by the Jews, supported by, everyone. La ilaha illallah. You don't feel? You have no feeling for them? see the images and say, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help our brothers and sisters in Islam in Palestine and support them against one of the most brutal occupation that we know of, and also to give them the water, the food, the medicine they need, and to expose those who are trying to brand them as mushrikeen as to what they are. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah.